Hello, I'm Gino. Welcome to Dazzle TV. It's 6:07 a.m. here in Numancia, Aklan in the Philippines, and I'm going on my morning walk. Liana doesn't have a school today, and tomorrow she has no school. It's a holiday here in the Philippines, the next 2 days. I'm sure today and tomorrow, Dazzle, Liana, and I will come up with something to do. I know this morning, at 9 a.m., they wanted to go to the Taekwondo gym because Liana has Taekwondo competition this Saturday. So she's going to be practicing and preparing for that Taekwondo tournament. I received some good responses from my previous video regarding being a sponsor here in the Philippines. So this video, I figure I'll follow up. This video is going to be about $1,000 budget to retire here in Kalibo, Aklan in the Philippines. $1,000, I think, is plenty for a budget here in Kalibo, Aklan in the Philippines. I have seen the growth of Kalibo the past 12 years. When I first lived in Kalibo in 2012, there wasn't much in Kalibo before. But now you can really see the growth of Kalibo. The good thing, even with that growth though, is apartments haven't really risen a lot in prices. Like when I lived in Kalibo, my rent was 7,000 pesos a month. And that same apartment where I used to live, I lived there from 2012 to 2016. That same apartment only charges 8,000 pesos now, so about 1,000 peso increase, and it was a nice 2-bedroom 1-bath apartment. You can easily find a 1-bedroom furnished apartment in Kalibo for around $200. That's where you would save your most money when you're living in Kalibo. Your electricity and water for a 1-bedroom apartment will probably run you about $60 a month, and the internet in Kalibo will run you about $25 a month. That's how much I pay for internet. So you could see with utilities and internet, you're around about $100. And then you would have to budget $50 a month for your tourist visa. It kind of works out for the whole year. If you balance it out, it's about $50 a month that you will spend on a tourist visa. So that should still leave you about $650 a month on living expenses. And living here in Kalibo, Aklan, that will be plenty for one person. You really can get by without transportation if you live in Kalibo. I lived there for 3 years and all I had was a bicycle. I didn't buy a vehicle till I was living in Kalibo for 3 years. And the only reason I bought a vehicle was Dazzle and I wanted to be able to travel more here in Panay Island. But around the Kalibo area, the fare for the tricycle is between 10 to 15 pesos. That's about 25 cents. So easily to get around Kalibo on the tricycles. And Kalibo is not that big. The main Pastrana Park, the central park of Kalibo, to the public market, to Gaisano Mall or the City Mall, you can actually just walk it. When I first moved to Kalibo in 2012, there was only Gaisano Mall. It's three-story mall, the Gaisano Mall. But now they also have SM Cherry. It's a grocery store, and then on the top it's kind of like a small department store. We also have City Mall now. I think that opened about 7 or 8 years ago, and now they're building a Grand Gaisano Mall. And that Grand Gaisano Mall, it looks like at least 4 stories high and a lot bigger than the Gaisano Mall that they have now. So as you can see, Kalibo is expanding. And now in Kalibo, there's the newly built Asia Pacific Medical Center. It's an impressive hospital, 8-story building, brand new, opened last year. I opened in 2023, and all the equipment that they have is like state of the art. CAT scan, their lab, optometry. I mean, it's really impressive. I wish I can film the inside of the hospital, but I know they have strict policy because of privacy rules here in the Philippines. And I know there's a plan by the mayor to renovate the Kalibo public market. I know that's a project that's on the way here in the Kalibo. And the public wet market in Kalibo is centrally located in Kalibo. Pretty much everybody just either walks to it or takes a tricycle ride to go to the public market. And they're full with seafood, fish, crab, shrimp, fresh vegetables, fruits, you name it. It's a pretty big public market. And then on Sundays, they even close the one street to expand the public market. It looks like a farmer's market type in the United States. There's also the new seawall that's being built and expanded by the Pook area in Kalibo. I'll put some pictures on this video so you can see how the expansion of that seawall. It's by Lambingan Beach, and it's becoming a hangout here during the sunset time. A lot of people go there to ride their bikes, to walk. There's a nice long jetty port. I know people even go fishing around that area. And if you're looking for hobbies to do while you're in Kalibo, I know when I lived in the capital area, when I went to school with Dazzle from 2012 to 2016, we had tennis courts by the capital area. And it's a nice tennis courts because even at nighttime, it's a lighted tennis court. So you don't have to play tennis during the day when it's hot. You can wait until nighttime to play tennis. And I know at Pastrana Park, they have Zumba. They have Zumba at Pastrana Park, and they also have Zumba at City Mall Kalibo. So there's activities that if you want to stay active that you can do around the Kalibo area. I think one of the best ways for you to meet people when you get to Kalibo, there's a lot of church groups here in Kalibo, different denominations. And these church groups, they do a lot of activities around the Kalibo area. They do a lot of picnics, outings. This would be a good way for you to meet good people here in Kalibo, Aklan. And what I've noticed lately in Kalibo, there are so many cafes now opening up in Kalibo. Nice cafes like Cafe Argon, Cafe Terra Vega that are opening up in Kalibo. Good coffee for a good price, and then American style food, pasta, sandwiches. And in January of every year, for 10 days, we have the Ati-Atihan Festival in Kalibo. And that's an experience that I think everybody should at least experience once here in the Philippines. The Ati-Atihan Festival is called the mother of all Filipino festivals because it's what started the festivals here in the Philippines. And from Kalibo, you're only an hour and a half to Aklan, which is the entry point to Boracay Island. So you can easily travel to Boracay Island from Kalibo. The two nearest cities from Kalibo, because Kalibo is not a city, Kalibo is just a larger town. The closest city from Kalibo is Rojas City in Capiz, which is only about a 2-hour drive from Kalibo. Rojas City, it's known as the seafood capital of the Philippines. Crab is what they are famous for, if you're looking for crab. And then Iloilo City is only 4 hours away from Kalibo. So you're not too far from a major city in the Philippines if you live in Kalibo. The one thing that I would say that they don't have much in Kalibo is the nightlife. They do have some bars, mostly Filipino type bars, and they do have food parks where people go at night. They'll have live music, and you can sit there, drink and eat bar type food. But the nightlife in Kalibo is not like in the cities here in the Philippines. Not like if you go to Iloilo City, where it's a pretty active nightlife. So that's one thing. If you're looking for nightlife, that might be lacking in Kalibo. Also, if you like going to the movie theaters, we do not have a movie theater here in Kalibo, or even in mainland Aklan. We don't have a movie theater. The only movie theater we have in Aklan province is in Boracay Island. There's a City Mall Boracay has few theaters. I just wanted to give you a quick feel of how it would be if you retired here in Kalibo, Aklan. Thank you everyone for continuing to support our channel. Dazzle, Leanna and I, we appreciate your support.
Thank you for watching.
We'll see